welcome to Kikao 64. Watu makofi ya Kikao kwa host ya Kikao. We are Tenum. And just share the schedule of the day, who we are also, and what we do. So, first of all, who knows Tenum? Who can tell us if anyone knows what Tenum is? Yeah, so let me now tell you. So, Tenum, we are a startup. We are located at GAT House, which is on your way to the center. We operate with 1 house. That's where we are located. So what we do is, our intention is to ensure that everyone is able, or those who are interested, are able to create products to commercialization. So you're able to create something and then make, or rather specifically electronic products, and then take it all the way to commercialization. So whether it's an electronic device or it's a web platform, whatever it is, we want to make sure that you're able to take it to the end. And that's why we're here today, because we want to now introduce you to what we do, because since no one knows us, so that next time we're asking you, we know. And then as well now, yeah, from there you can enroll on and join us and then start learning. So we have a session here, which will be at law, and then we have an outside session as well, where we go now and we break down, like let's say, we mentioned we do electronics, what is electronics, anyone is not familiar with it, and we break it down, what is the development and all that, so that you also know what path is right for you, for your child, or anyone else that you want to enroll. Then after those sessions, we'll have a short networking session where we just talk, have some refreshments, know how we're all doing. If you would like to enroll or have any questions, you can also tackle them there. Then from there we break categories. Yeah? So thank you. I think we can get started.
Yes. Next up, I'll introduce our CEO to also get us to know what really Tenum is about. So Ian,
I'm the CEO of Tenum. Since the audience is a bit diverse, I think I'll just make it random. So my name is Ian. I can start talking about my journey. First of all, I finished Form 4 back in 2012. I started interacting with technology in the year 2010 when I was in Form 2. So at that particular time, my dream was to create something that's worthwhile, an innovation that can change people's lives. So from that particular point, I guess kind of there's that power of a dream that compels you to innovate or to think of an idea. Most of our interaction day to day, there's always a problem in the society. For example, you may be staying in school and then you want to, let's say, automate, let's say the shopping, people purchasing things from the shop. That's a problem we need to prevent long lines. There's a problem, you can sort it through a solution. So generally from day to day, there's problems that we face, and that's why it's important for people to innovate day to day. So at that particular point, I started my journey through coding, 1, 2. At the end of the day, I finished Form 4. I had a passion to do more. I needed to learn more electronics, so I went to school. I did my undergraduate degree in electrical and electronics engineering. The biggest challenge I had at that particular point is that there was no actual hardware interacting with learning code. There was no like people who are on campus. They can, since this is an open station, they can see there is a diverse audience. They will tell you, since if you enter into universities, there's not too much practical going on over there. So we'll have a challenge with learning. So at that particular point, I started learning on my own, which was a difficult task, but it has made me come here to tell you that there's something called Tenum. Tenum is an education-driven startup. A startup focusing on building capacity so that you people can innovate, because there's that power of a dream. For example, I want to create this. How do I create this? How can I think about it? So that's why I'm here to encourage you guys to pursue innovation. As I think the biggest question I'm going to answer you today is why Tenum and why do we innovate? As the slides get ready. Yeah. So in the course of the week, I was watching this movie. This movie was called An Astronaut Farmer. An astronaut is a person who goes to space, obviously. So this astronaut, the movie is based on this particular man who wants to go to space. Ideally, he didn't have the ability to go to space because he's a farmer, but his background was simple. He came from a background, he was an Air Force guy, flying planes, and he started this astronaut journey by taking a class. He wanted to take a class in, I think, NASA. After a while, he dropped out of that class because the biggest drawback was responsibility, family responsibility. So he needed to go back to farming back in Texas. So with that particular journey, it kind of stopped his journey to become an astronaut. So going back to the farm, he married, he got children, but there was this thing in the back of his mind. He wanted to become an astronaut. So what did he do? He started this journey to build a spaceship. But that journey of building a spaceship was not easy, because he's just a farmer. How can he build a space rocket to navigate through space? That was his dream. Wild and hard as it is, he started the journey to build a rocket. So building a rocket one by one, he finished the rocket actually. But the biggest drawback, now this is the cartels coming in. The government told him that he cannot build that because it's kind of a war machine. For example, if a rocket starts going up and then it crashes, it's going to land on a major city and affect people. So he started that journey, but the biggest drawback was the government didn't want him to fly. With his persistence, he managed to set out that rocket, but it failed miserably. Instead of going up as rockets do, it went sideways, causing a lot of damage and making him go into a coma. So at that particular point, this man started asking himself, like, should I give up on my dream? Everybody is telling me to give up on my dream. It has caused damages since this first process failed. This broke this man, the possibility of his dream failing broke this man. He could not even think on a way to live life without achieving his dream. And that's why, just to digress from the story, it's always important. I don't know, you guys, dreams are given to us all alike. Maybe sitting there thinking like, this dream is big, I cannot do it. But learning step by step, you can always achieve that goal. So this man being broken, he was encouraged by his wife to try another round, another iteration of this product. So he managed to build another rocket. Finally, he managed to go to space. Rotated the Earth 9 times, which was kind of, for me, obviously as a person watching, I told myself, hey, this is quite hard. How can he build a rocket alone? But the point of the entire movie was to encourage. It's called An Astronaut Farmer. You can find it on Netflix. To cut long story short, is that a dream is always important. And at times we don't have the tools to implement this dream. At times we say, I want to, let's say, there might be someone here who wants to build the first electrical car from scratch in Kenya. But this, how do you do it? How do you do it? We at Tenum, even as we are creating our startup, we are focusing on a concept. Now this is classwork. I'm going to go you with that since I love teaching. I want to go you with something a little. So there's something called design thinking. Design thinking is a way you can create a product that solves people's problem. And this is just the 5 steps you do to ensure that you solve that problem. How do you solve a problem? For example, this problem that exists in your society. What's the first approach that you take? For example, you have this bicycle, there's a lot of people coming, you now start doing a small test. Let's say if I have 10 people and I have 10 bicycles, they are going from town to outspan. They're leaving it and they're doing their own things and then coming back. Is that effective? Is it solving that major problem? You go back to that. Is it solving the major problem? If it's solving, that's a possible solution. So at Tenum, what we do encourage people to learn through this process of design thinking. So, wrapping it up, why Tenum? So, the main reason why we encourage innovation, I think I'm talking a lot. I'm just trying to capture the audience, different needs. So, the why Tenum, we teach people wholesomeness in such a way that we don't teach you only the technology aspect. There's the technology, yes, and there's also how do you think of an idea? How do you ideate? So that's one of the things we are guiding people through. Yeah. So that's kind of what we're trying to do to ensure that we can actually bring value to you. So that's why Tenum. So from this particular point, yeah, I can encourage you to pursue Tenum and to learn with us. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
either as an individual, in the society you live in, or in the world that you have not lived in. If it's a problem that you feel like is something that could be done easily or it could be enhanced, you coming up with a solution to that thing is innovation in itself. So I hope today's session really challenged you to think about the problems you encounter, even in school. If you're not, you're having a problem understanding something, have you thought about a different way of trying to go about that subject? Or you getting to school, or you communicating with your parents, with your peers? I hope that has sparked something in you. And for guys who have completed their Form 4s, I hope this session has allowed you to think beyond how you can use tech in whatever field you want to venture into, even if it's education. Or you don't really have to be a software engineer for you to use tech. In whatever field you want to, even in social development, whatever field you want to pursue, think about how you can incorporate tech to solve societal problems or challenges that you encounter in your day-to-day with the people you serve.
With this, you can create anything. You can create smart irrigation system. You can create ile design mtu anafungua light, let's say anaingia kwa nyumba alafu light inafunguka. You can create
the doctor just sees it from wherever they are. They send you the subscription wherever you are. Simplify the process. So you're not creating, you've not created something from scratch. You started somewhere, you've seen, okay, so this system still works, but I can make it better. That's the idea, that's what we need. That's what we want to do. And the only way you're able to identify, I can make this problem go away, is if you have the knowledge and the skills to do that. Sometimes, if you don't have the skill, if you don't have some type of knowledge, you can't really create a solution for something. You don't even know it can be solved. But because you know web development, when you see someone recording things with a pen and paper and it's something tedious, you see something you can fix. And so that's the intent. Sugar level is that value, then that data is transmitted. And then now your doctor can view it from the platform. And you can also view it from the platform. And then they send you the prescription, instead of you having to go to the hospital for the prescription. Yeah.
Yes. So for diabetic patients, you have to test your blood sugar every day, at least I think 3 times a day.
Yeah.
So now today you test your blood sugar and then you write it down. And then when you go to the hospital is when you give your doctor, hii siku ilikuwa hivi na hivi. So sometimes as the patient, you are not aware of the trend, whether inapanda inashuka, and that is what causes like very traumatic or bad incidences, like sijui kama mwaisikia amekatwa mguu ama such things, because this patient was not able to monitor. Maybe they go to hospital to take the strips once a month. So the solution that has been created is when you measure as a patient. So remember, there are people maybe hata hawajui kuandika. They really do not have the ability to monitor how they are doing. So the solution here is when you measure, it directly sends your blood sugar to the doctor. So the doctor, because the doctor is well educated and knows this is the trend, this is what is dangerous, this patient is okay, they are able to monitor you from the hospital, as opposed to waiting 2 weeks for you to go there, or waiting for you may faint or something has happened to you, and then sema umekatwa mguu or whatever happens. So it's preventing a problem that happens because of lack of immediate monitoring from professionals. Yeah.
Is it purely electronics, or does it because the data that's being received on the device is sent, is transmitted to a web application where now it can be viewed. So it's integrated both. But as the developer, as the creator of the solution, you don't need to have all that knowledge. You can, but you don't need to. You need to team, because mostly work is easier with teams. So even as you're coming to learn, don't come to learn web electronics, mobile development. Pick a path, pick a struggle, then find the right people, because that's how you meet. Now we are here. So find, okay, oh, nafanya web. Oh, mi nafanya electronics. Let's do something. That's way better than I want to do everything. It will take longer. You may get exhausted. Yeah, so. You want to create a solution to solve boredom. What you're doing is you just play a game, people play a game, they interact, they have fun. Cindy, that's the problem you're solving. Now from there, the next step is what's the next step?
That's a big question. What do you consider solutions? That's one of the technicalities, but can it be approximate? Yes, but it can be approximate. Not even knowing what a resistor is, I guess most of the people kind of know what a resistor is, to a point where they can actually innovate a product based on a board that can be manufactured. And the biggest thing I think why Tenum is that we have a good learning program, and the program is based on currently it's a learning platform. But currently what we want to do from February, we want to do a special edition class lasting for 3 months, teaching people on how they can innovate from scratch. So the class is going to be fun. It's a 3 months course. It's going to be fun. It's going to be here at Kikau. Yeah, I think the curriculum is based on a way to guide you from not doing anything to actually doing something. And after all, we have the Get After plan. I can talk briefly on the Get After plan. What we are doing to ensure that whatever we teach us value is that we are partnered with manufacturing industry. Currently, we are partnered with New Technologies. New Technologies is a company that created the sensor stuff, as you know it, and also the laptops.
That building is called GH House. We are there, third floor, so you can also go to visit when you're around there and just ask us whatever you would like. Or just see our office if you don't mind. Yeah, so I am happy to have seen you guys here today. Yeah, I think we can end there. Make sure you take a photo so that we will take one maybe in the future when that person is like, we know each other from somewhere. So yeah, have a good time. Thank you very much. it was fun, it was enlightening, and it was also nice to see people come together and just have a good time and learn a few things. So yeah, I believe we informed them about us, about what we do, how we are faring, and how they can enroll and learn with us. So it was a wonderful event for me. I liked it.
For me, it was pretty much simple. It was a good session.
Yeah.
What I loved most about it was the mini sessions around it. The interactive session, when we started here, then we went outside so that we could demonstrate everything that we were teaching, the electronics, the demonstration. And overall, I didn't expect such a huge turnout. That was something. February 1st, tukutane pale.